I'm currently making the 8-kilometer trek across Santoy Lake, heading towards Diablo's Portage. I don't know what to feel right now. I've got a lot of excitement, a little bit of nervousness. I can't help but have a bit of self-doubt, but I'm gonna ignore that. So those two hills in front of me, where it dips down in the middle, that's Diablo. It's pretty daunting, I have to admit, but I'm excited. So I'm here at the start of Diablo's Portage, and I just whipped up a little coffee, made a snack before the big trek, and I did take a bit of a walk up just to see what I'm working with. Yeah, looks pretty steep. Let's do it. I wish I could have filmed a lot more of this section, but it's been a little chaotic. Obviously it's steep and hazardous, and I'm carrying a lot of gear here, but it also ended up downpouring for a bit. The sun is back out. This is all kind of in a matter of about 2.5 hours. But I'm almost at the home stretch. I've already carried my barrel all the way to the end. Not too much further. I've got my pack and my canoe left to do. But I'm almost there. Almost there. Oh, I'm tired. What makes this section so difficult is that you're climbing through a bunch of boulders and even smaller rocks like this. And it's all overgrown by ferns. And the ferns are covering 4-foot deep holes that you can fall into. Oh. At least the camera was rolling. I finally made it. I've got myself a beautiful island campsite this evening, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel in the morning, but I'm thinking about taking a rest day tomorrow. I know that sounds silly on the second day of my trip, but I had a long drive yesterday to get here, and of course Diablo's Portage was difficult. But I haven't really been sleeping like the last week or so, just in the days leading up to the trip, so I'm the most exhausted I've ever been right now. So maybe a rest day will be nice tomorrow. Plus, this is a beautiful site to do it on. No joke, I just woke up, I took care of my business, I threw a line in the water, first cast, breakfast baby, brook trout breakfast, let's go. What a way to start the day. So I had no luck after that first cast, but I'm not complaining. That looks like a pretty good breakfast to me. Just a little breading on this fish, and then in the pan it goes. Such a cool feeling, like the blueberries and the trout were right from the campsite. I don't think it's gonna rain today, but I'm here all day, so it doesn't hurt to put a tarp up just in case. And also, there's not a whole lot of sun cover on this campsite, so it's nice to have the shade. I know I said I wanted to take a rest day, but I didn't mean literally. I slept all afternoon. I just woke up, it was like 7:30 p.m. I was like, oh my god. But I guess my body needed it. So I just tossed the line in. Oh yeah. This is probably the nicest brook trout I've ever caught. But I'm gonna let him go because I don't need dinner. Looks like there's an old cabin up here. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm just curious. Looks to me like it could be like an ice fishing camp. The locks on the doors seem fairly updated, maybe within the last couple of years. There's no rust on them. Maybe an old hunt camp, or maybe a trapper's cabin. I'm finally finished all the portaging for the day. I tracked it the entire time and I ended up doing 8.2 kilometers. That is with doing multiple trips for all my gear. But 8.2, that's a lot of walking. I'm looking forward to covering some distance on the water now. Got a pretty decent tailwind right now. It's chugging me along pretty good. There we go. Not a bad little fish. Nice to break the skunk on Cairngorm. I've just been trolling this little spoon here. Wow, that's a good looking fish. There we go, northern pike. Back in you go. Kind of got some rough seas here, but it's headed in the right direction, so I'm not complaining. I'm barely paddling here and I'm covering the most distance I have this whole trip. So this area up in front of me was hit by a wildfire back in 2002. Now we're a couple decades later here and it's pretty amazing to see all the new growth. There aren't too many trees up on that ridgeline that are more than 10 feet tall here. It's cool to see the odd tree that wasn't affected by the fire. Look at how much taller that thing is. I'm just in absolute awe of this area right now. So gorgeous. So it's about 6:30 p.m. right now. At about 3 o'clock today, I was ready to call it. I was so exhausted and I found this mediocre looking beach campsite. But I had a quick bite to eat and decided to push forward. I took advantage of that tailwind and covered so much ground today, way more than I expected. And I could not be happier. I found what is probably the nicest campsite I've ever seen. Would you look at that view? got some dehydrated rice that I made at home. It's got tofu, broccoli, onions, peppers, mushrooms, garlic, and soy sauce. The temperature has actually dropped quite a bit, and I'm even hearing some thunder in the distance. So I wonder if I'm in for a storm tonight. So it rained most of the night last night, and it's still raining this morning. That's okay. It's about 10:30 a.m. I've totally slept right in. I had some pretty sweet lightning strikes last night. I couldn't catch any on camera, of course. It's so tricky. I paddled and portaged for a full 12 hours yesterday, and I've just slept for a full 12 hours. So that's got to add up, right? I'm feeling good. On wet, rainy mornings like this, where I don't have any time to catch a fish and harvest wild blueberries, this is usually what breakfast looks like. I've just got a couple bars here, some instant coffee, and some dates. I've really been liking dates. They're super good for you, tons of energy, and they taste like candy. Oh yeah, okay. Slow her down, slow her down. I got lucky there. The sun is shining on me right now, but those clouds don't look too promising. I'm pretty happy I've managed to get every portage down to a double carry. I was a little worried there at the beginning of the trip because I'm pretty sure Diablo took me about 4 or 5 full lengths of that portage to get all my gear across. Now, that's a whole different ball game. It's totally different terrain,
And of course, my food barrel has gotten lighter day by day here. So I just made it to Steel Lake. A bit of a grind. It rained on me for a bit. Oh my God, bald eagle right there. GoPro's not gonna catch it. But I was just about to say, the view of Steel Lake that I'm getting right now is absolutely spectacular. The bald eagle made it all the better. Oh my God, there's a wall of rain coming. All right, I gotta get to camp. This should be fun. Little pike. A nicer sized pike here. Oh yeah. As always, I'm late getting to camp because the fish won't stop biting. Oh my God, yes, yes, it's a walleye. Come on, baby, come on, please, please. Oh. Yes, 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 dinner tonight. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Yes, I was gonna eat dehydrated chili, but I've got walleye. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, it's a nice one too. Oh, no way! Yes! I completely forgot about this. It's a blue walleye. Freaking blue walleye. Get out of here. I knew they were in here, but I completely forgot about this. Check that out. He's totally blue. Right on. Cross that off the bucket list. See ya, buddy. I've been about 200 meters away from where I plan to camp tonight for like 2.5 hours now. People told me the fishing would be good here, and it's nice to get a taste of it. Oh, I'm so happy right now. It's funny, yesterday I was saying that was the nicest campsite I've ever stayed at. I don't know. This might give it a run for its money. And that walleye really helps too. Look at that fish. Walleye are widely regarded as one of the tastiest fish to eat, and I could not agree more. I measured this guy and he's about 18 inches long, which is pretty decent. So I'm in for quite the meal. It's a pretty decent job on the fillets so far. Alright, so I've got 2 half-decent fillets, a little bit of meat here that I missed, that I was able to save, 2 cheeks, and I've never done this before, but these are the pectoral fins. I've seen people cut these off, and supposedly they're called walleye wings. It feels pretty meaty there, so looking forward to trying it out. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but whatever, something new. Oh yeah. Look at that plate of fish. A little bit of lemon juice on there. I'm not gonna lie, I must have eaten like 5 or 6 of these little pieces while I was cooking.
This right here is why I do this. This is why I trek through the wilderness all this way. Just got another nice walleye here. Another walleye. I was just woken up by a loud crack of thunder, and I ran outside to go get a tarp hung up, and within about 30 seconds the rain just started pounding the ground. I got completely drenched. I only hung up one piece of paracord. I said screw it and ran back to the tent. So kind of just waiting out a storm here. The worst of it does seem to have passed, but who knows. The winds are really crazy right now, and it was raining intensely for a second there. So after those early thunderstorms, it has turned out to be quite the sunny, beautiful day. And the best part about this is I've got a tailwind, so I'm gonna cover some more ground on the water. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that walleye. That's probably another 18-incher. Nice. Another walleye. It's like a minute later here. I might have to call this a lucky lure. I just got stung by a wasp. Just as I was paddling, it went right into my armpit, and I guess I squished him and he stung. Oh, that does not feel good. I don't remember having any allergic reactions to any stings, but I do have some Benadryl handy just in case. The first sign of any symptoms, I'm gonna take a couple. It just hurts right now.
Looking for a bigger one than this. This one feels a little bit better. This will be part of dinner. Oh yeah, that's a keeper. There we go. Got dinner in the boat. 2 blue walleye. Right on. So I've just landed on an absolutely fantastic island campsite here. It's a little bit overgrown, but that's okay. There's a good tent spot. And the reason I love it so much is because of this right here, and most of all, this right here. I can't tell you how grateful I am for whoever lugged out that frying pan. I've just got that tiny little frying pan, and with 2 fish to cook up, it takes forever. But I'll be able to fit all the meat all into one frying pan all at once. So, cooking on the fire tonight, baby. It's actually turned out to be more of a walleye scramble rather than fillets. But that's the best I could do with the sticks as cooking utensils. Oh, it still tastes great. So for the last 5 days or so, I've been slowly making my way north, up Santoy Lake, across Diablo Lake, north on Cairngorm, which is a long lake that runs north-south. It took me all the way up to Steel Lake, which is also another long lake running north-south. This whole time I've been paddling north, and today I will reach a point where the Steel River takes a turn and goes south. After a short paddle this morning and a couple portages, I'm gonna take that turn and start heading south. That'll be the halfway point of the trip. Loving every moment. All right, let's see how long it's gonna take to catch a fish this morning. I reckon not very long. Go. That was first 2 minutes. Poor guy's all covered in sand from the bottom of my boat, but not a bad way to start the day. There we go. Go wash up, buddy. This seems like as good a spot as any to stop for a snack. So I'm just paddling along here, And something interesting on the shoreline caught my eye. And look at that. It's a tiny little moose carcass. That would be the skull right there. See all the teeth? A bunch of bones. There's fur everywhere. It's pretty sad to look at, but that's just nature. Fish on. Walleye. Steel Lake. Walleye whenever you want it. I just pulled up on this sandbar here because I noticed some moose tracks, and this is really cool. There's tracks absolutely everywhere, and there's all kinds of them. This sand is very soft and muddy, so it holds the track just perfectly. And check it out, there's giant moose tracks here, as well as some smaller ones, which are obviously a calf. There's also some bear tracks, and I think these are a marten or something equivalent. Correct me if I'm wrong. A marten or some other type of weasel animal. I've got probably the nicest walleye yet. If I can land him. Oh yeah. Look at that fish. It's probably 18 to 20 inches at least. Good one. Right on. So we've got this nice set of rapids here at the end of the portage. Decided to throw a line in. First cast, baby. Booyah. Ah, something different. As if I hadn't caught enough of these. Never gets old. Taking the turn, and from this point onward, I'm heading south, running the river. And feels pretty good. It's a milestone, and I get to celebrate by running some rapids here. Let's hope the water level is in my favor. Oh, she's gonna be bumpy. That water is low. Oh yeah. Run some rapids and you get a view like that. So I was told it was going to be low water conditions, but I didn't think it was going to be this low. I pushed it quite far yesterday, and the body's a little exhausted, so I'm taking a rest day today. No worries though. Once again, I am in absolute awe of how beautiful these campsites are. I've got a perfect tent spot, a private beach, beautiful scenery, unbelievable. Oh yeah. There's dinner, baby. You know what? I think I might keep a smaller one than this. See ya, buddy. There we go. Nice. That's dinner. Look at that walleye. Oh my God. That's probably the best one yet. Oh. There he goes. Oh yeah, I got him right in the gill. I'll keep him too. This is an absolutely gorgeous spot to begin with, but for me, it's a little bit more special than just that. As much as this whole trip has been a personal journey, I can't help but feel I'm following in the footsteps of those who have inspired me and like genuinely had huge impacts on my life. This is special. So I just pulled up to my first set of actual whitewater that I've seen. It's looking really, really shallow, but I think I'm gonna go for it anyways. Let's have some fun. Woohoo! Yeah! I've already decided that I'm coming back here in the springtime when the water is higher. I might have to pull off here. I'm hearing a lot of thunder. I love a good thunderstorm, but not while I'm on the water. Starting to drizzle just a little bit here. Still haven't seen any lightning at all. Just thunder in the distance, which I'm hoping is a good sign. There we go. Little walleye. Oh. There we go. Nice. Quality fish. The bite is on. Oh yeah, chunky walleye. Oh yeah. Oh man, I think that's the biggest one of the trip. Oh my goodness. Now that's a good fish. Oh yeah, I might have to measure him. 23 incher right there. There he goes. Sometimes you just can't hold on to them. Seems to be a school of all big ones in here. There's another nice one. Oh yeah. Oh my God. It almost feels like they're getting bigger. Oh yeah. No fish all day and then a bunch of quality ones. Jeez. Got chili on the menu tonight that I cooked at home and then dehydrated. And I'm not always a huge fan of well-used campsites, just because you always want it to feel natural. But sometimes it's just so nice to have a flat surface to use. So that's my cooktop. Chili in the boat. Chili in the boat. Chili in the boat makes me happy.
Oh my God. Holy f***. I'll be damned if that wasn't the most epic thing I've ever seen. Oh. Well, that's it, folks. I broke off on my lucky lure. I cast it into a rapid. I felt a bite, which was likely a pike, and it snapped right off. I don't expect to catch any more fish for the rest of this trip. Unless I can catch this freaking pike with the lure in his mouth. That would be sweet. Come on. Could you imagine? Oh my God, that's a big one. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. Okay. Okay. Holy. Oh, I wish I had a net for this. Jesus. Oh, he's barely hooked. He's gone. No. Oh. I'm just passing by. I'm not a threat, don't worry. Your calf is very cute. I'm just saying hello. Have a nice evening. Oh, I am so unbelievably grateful for today. Just high on life. Yes. Getting upset is not going to do any good. So right here is where the Steel River meets up with Larry Creek. And Larry Creek leads to Larry Lake. And if it wasn't so late in the evening, I would have loved to paddle into Larry Lake and catch a fish there, because my grandfather's name was Larry, and he would have gotten a real kick out of that. But I gotta keep moving forward. If I hurry, I can make it to Santoy Lake before it's too dark. And Santoy Lake is where I started this journey 10 days ago now. That is just crazy. Anyways, I gotta keep moving.
And just like that, Santoy Lake. Right back where I started. If you're still watching at this point in the video, I just want to tell you I cannot explain how much I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting what I do. Back in October 2021, I decided that I wanted to try solo camping for the first time. And so I went out on a 10-kilometer hike. I did it over 3 days. And I brought my camera with me and I filmed the whole experience. And I decided that I wanted to start a YouTube channel and make camping videos. And at that point, I would have never thought that I could do an 11-day, 170-kilometer canoe trip all by myself. But here we are. I've done it.